Now, my dear student, I am Alok Brave from Ambuja Public School, Rabriyawas. I am going to bring a video, my first video on the topic of the history, rise of nationalism in Europe. Chapter first. This is chapter first. Right, see. Now, my dear student, what is nationalism? Nationalism means patriotism. Nationalism means patriotism. Patriotism, right? Nationalism means patriotism, right? See, so it means further. It means we can elaborate further, right? Means unity of an area people on the basis of caste, language, race, culture, history, etc. Right? See, this is the basis of patriotism. Patriotism, unity of an area of the people on the basis of unity of an area people on the basis of caste, language, race, tradition, culture, history, etc. Right? For example, India. Right? We are united on the basis of language. Somewhere we have different races but we have same thing. We have follow one thing, that is called unity in diversity. All the people who are citizen of India, they were all born here, right? So on the basis of, you can say, birth, important thing is on the basis of race, tradition, birth, right? We cannot forget birth, right? It all makes nationalism. It all is part of nationalism, right? So, my dear student, the first important point was related with the rise of nationalism. Now, in 1848, Frederick Sorolla, 1840, in 1848, Frederick Sorolla, right? See, saw had drawn a painting, a painting, right, which has four parts. A painting which has four parts. Now, right, see, which has four parts. So, my dear student, in these four parts of the painting, he has seen democracy. What he has seen? Democracy. Democracy. He has seen democracy. So, my dear student, he has seen democracy in this four parts. So my dear student, right, it was his dream. It was his dream. Right, see, right, you know, he saw the dream of democracy and social republics. Right. So he had drawn in his first part, you know, people of Europe and America. People of Europe and America, you know, all are marching. All are marching like a long train. Right? Marching first part. People of Europe, America were marching in a form of long train. Long train, right, in a form of long train, right, which include all kind of men and women, which include both men and women, right, and all this social class, rich and poor, whatever it is, right, offering homage. Now what they are doing? Offering homage. Homage, we call it Shraddhanjali. Homage to liberty. Statue of liberty. Statue of liberty. This is the work they were doing. Now, so liberty like other goddesses are considered as goddess of freedom. Right. Now see, these people were, this Statue of Liberty was holding in one hand Charter of Human Rights. Charter of Human Rights, and in second hand he was holding, you know, light of enlightenment. Right, for one hand he is holding light of enlightenment. Right. Second, Charter of Human Rights. In simple language we can call it Charter of Human Rights. So, my dear student, you know, Charter of Human Rights, or Charter of, you can call it man also, man's right, see. Now see, in left hand he is holding light of enlightenment, and in right hand he is holding Charter of Human Right of Man's Right. See, my dear student, this on the other side, on the bottom side of the picture, bottom side of picture, we see ruins of palaces of monarchy, ruins of buildings, or you can say palaces, or you can call it offices of the monarchs, right, remain symbols of, or you can say, we can call it absolutist institution. Absolutist institution. It means people had revolted, and they have broken all the palaces of monarchy. They have killed all the monarchs, right, or maybe imprisoned them. They got freedom from their rule, right. It means monarchy, absolute institution rule, was broken by the people. So, my dear student, this was the work. Right, this was the work done by the people in order to attain democracy and socialistic republic. Right, see, now see, in this, it is a utopian version, right, utopian vision, sorry, I beg your pardon, utopian vision of the society. In what is the meaning of utopian? A vision of a society that is ideal. What? Democratic society and social republic. It is an ideal society, because in this society is all people are equal, and the rule is done by the people of the country. Right? See, it happens in democracy, means people can elect those people who can rule over them, right? Yani means government will be elected by the election, not by the caste basis or hereditary basis, or right, as the king's son will become king and his son will become again king. This channel will not be exist in that type of rule, right? See, so my dear student, we find here a procession which is passing by through in the front of the Liberty of Statue of Liberty, right? See, that is why all the people were very hungry. Right? See, sorry, the people of various countries, not hungry, I beg your pardon. All the people were very happy, and they were moving, and they were paying homage to Statue of Liberty. They were carrying their flags, right? In front, leading the procession was the Statue of Liberty are the United States and Switzerland. By this time were already nation state. By this time, before 1848, they were declared nation state, and they got freedom from the clutches of England. Earlier they were part of the England colonies. So this was the thing happened in the my dear in the Surrey, Frederick Surrey first part of the painting. Right, see. Then these people were carrying the flags of their own country's flag. Right. Now she is followed by the people of Germany wearing the black, red and gold flag. Then likewise other people of Australia were behind them, people of England were them, two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, Russia. Right? Now from the heaven above, God is also watching them and blessing these people. Right? So God is also looking very happy along with his angels and saints. Now see, this chapter deal with many of the issues visualized by Surrey in figure first. During the 19th century, nationalism During the 19th century, nationalism emerged as a force which brought sweeping changes. Sweeping changes means drastic changes, which brought nationalism brought sweeping changes. Sweeping changes which means major changes. Right? The result of these changes was the emergence of nationwide. Right? This nationalism caused emergence of nation state. Nation state was developed by the thought, or you can say notion of nationalism. It means ruling of the people on one territory, rather than ruling over multi-nation. Right? See, multi-nation or multi-state. Right? The concept and practices of modern state is that it is controlled by one centralized government, centralized power, or you can say government. Right? This is the concept of modern state over a particular territory. Means every nation has a fixed territory, and my dear student, this is territory is controlled by a nation state. Right? See, so earlier it was not like that. Earlier people were ruling, one monarch was ruling over many part of the country, or you can say on many countries, I beg your pardon, on many countries area. Right? They won that area and included in their kingdom. So they were ruling over multi-nation, not on a nation. Right? So this was the major change which caused which was caused by the arrival of nationalism thought, right? So this is what we call patriotism, right? See, patriotism means by birth, I told you early, by birth, caste, race, create territory, culture, language, right? When we became united together, when we become united together, that is called, patriotism, right? See, so a nation state is one in which majority of its citizen and not only its ruler came to develop a sense of common identity and shared history or descent. Right? In this state, people have common identity on behalf of birth, on behalf of their language, on behalf of their caste, race, culture, tradition, songs, etc. Right? See, so this is called nation state, and nationalism is the, nationalism is the basic cause of giving birth to the, nation state concept. This commonness is called as patriotism among the people, right? It was arise through the nationalism. So therefore, my student, nationalism can be called as patriotism on the basis of past history, on the basis of the past history of the territory, right? Birth, festivals, culture, language, etc. See, now see, my dear student, this is the most important thing which, so today I am, switching off. I will bring another video to you. So you will wait for my next video. I will bring this video. This is the only introduction of the topic. Next time I will bring you another part. First video you can see, you can watch, and you can also subscribe my channel Alok Economics Academy on YouTube.